Hey everybody, I'm getting a ton of questions because it's germ season, and so I thought I would just make this video to help you better understand how to use your products to be really prepared this germ season. And I will say I have 3 kids, 6, 8, and 10. The older 2 have not been homesick, knock on wood, knock on my oils, in years. I don't even remember last time they stayed homesick from school. And my youngest, it's been 2 years since he has been. And even when he was younger and come home sick, I would use my oils and he was rebounded super fast, like crazy fast. And even my skeptical husband became a believer. So a lot of you guys have your oils, but you feel a little unsure exactly what you should do. So I want to take that, overwhelm or confusion away. Because obviously you're in this group, we can talk about oils for days on end and not be done, but they can still just be so simple and not overwhelming. And so I want to share with you just some basic ideas that are easy to integrate into your day that you can do proactively or reactively. I definitely suggest proactive, and that will help you to keep your family healthier this germ season. So number 1, wash your hands. This is what the doctors say anyway. We're not, it's not rocket science, but it's true. You just really have to do a good job washing your hands. I know my kids, sometimes they'll run and like splash some water on it and be done. And so I have to really teach them why they need to like spend a minute, like lathering it up and really washing. But we have the On Guard foaming hand soap. It's very easy to use. You have little kids, and they're messy. It just foams up. And this has been lasting a really long time. So I'm very happy with how long it lasts, and doesn't have an overpowering scent at all to it. And it features On Guard, so it's going to literally kill germs. So it'll work great. And so use this in your bathrooms. I have now over time gotten one of these in all of our bathrooms. It comes like this. This comes empty, and you get the concentrate. You just pour it right in. You don't need to add water. So this will fill up 2 of these, and then you just reuse this over and over again, and you can get refills. And so you just fill it up, and you're done. And I haven't bought this in a while. It's really lasting a long time. So this is not something that you'll probably have to buy every month or anything like that. So that's my number 1 recommendation, is just put this in your bathrooms. And especially if you have not looked before at what was in your hand soap. I know normally we just buy something, like it doesn't take up a lot of brain space. I know that was me. I just picked whatever kind of looked good or smelled good, and I didn't think about it. But once I started turning around the labels, I saw it had artificial colors, artificial fragrances, and a whole bunch of chemicals. And I thought to myself, why are we putting chemicals all over our hands and artificial colors? Like, there's no way that can be good. And it's not. So take a look at what you have. And especially, like, there's some stuff that I think is actually could be harming your health, and that might seem extreme because it's just hand soap, but some of the ones are cheap junk chemical soup. Like, I'd honestly recommend throwing it away. I don't like to waste anything, but take a look and then switch when you can. This is much better. So good job washing your hands, number 1. Number 2, prioritizing sleep. Our bodies do a lot of hard work while we're sleeping. And I know it's a busy time of year with sports and music and classes and parties and all that kind of stuff. But your family will get run down without enough sleep. And so sometimes it might mean saying no, or just sort of protecting time in your schedule. And I know sometimes that's impossible, but when you can, think about prioritizing rest and sleep and like not overdoing it this time of year. And your oils can help with that. So you can grab your lavender, you can grab the Kids Calmer, grab your Serenity. Think about sort of a more relaxing bedtime routine and really let yourself get some sleep instead of, cranking the midnight oil and staying up till midnight or 1 o'clock and really, hurting your body's ability to repair and fight things. And your immune system needs its rest to have enough energy to do all the things. So rest and sleep is my next recommendation. And then On Guard is just so well worth getting yourself a bottle of On Guard. This is, I think, $33 with your membership account, and it's 250 drops. This will last you through germ season. So very, very, very inexpensive. You drop this in your diffuser. So in case you're brand new, diffuser looks something like this. This is called the Petal. It runs for 4 hours. We also have a Lumo, which I absolutely love. It runs up to 10 hours. That one is perfect put bedside because then it runs all night and your body's working so hard overnight to repair its cells and to clean the cells, and it's just doing a lot while you're sleeping. So having this going overnight is awesome. If you have any respiratory stuff going on, you could put some Breathe in there so you won't wake up so stuffy and congested. Some people combine these. I get that question a lot. You can combine any oils. There's no two that can't go together. I would just recommend not putting too much oil in the diffuser in general. I don't want the scent to be overpowering and then irritate you. Personally, I'm kind of sensitive to scent, and I like 3 drops, maybe 5. So start low, and you can always add a little more if you want a stronger scent, but it doesn't take much to do a good job. So you could do maybe, 2 drops of Breathe and 2 drops of On Guard, something like that. And then, if you're on a budget, you can get 1 diffuser and then move it around, like put it by your bedside at night and then bring it out to the kitchen, then put it in the family room, put it by your desk. They're really small and easy to move around. So again, this does not have to be an expensive venture. But if you don't have your membership account yet, definitely open one because that'll get you access to wholesale prices. So when you buy products from a store, you pay retail prices. Well, doTERRA cuts out the stores and allows you to save money. So if you ever hear, oh, MLM company products are more expensive because of people like me who have to be paid, it's actually not true. Our products are less expensive because Whole Foods and Target and Amazon, they have a lot of power and they're required to be paid a lot of money. And so by working through wellness advocates, they pay us a completely reasonable, wonderful rate, but it's not the greedy over the top rate that is charged by the retailers. If anybody's curious about pricing, I know this gets debated a lot. You can ask me. My background's in business. I have an MBA. I also worked for a consumer products manufacturer, and I've worked for a retailer. I've sat in sales meetings at Target, Home Depot, Costco, True Value, and some other places. So if you do have questions and kind of want to understand pricing, just let me know. Okay, so diffusing them. So you do it overnight. I also like doing it when the kids come home from school while they're doing their homework. This time of the year, it's a lot of On Guard, but sometimes if they need calming down at the end of the day, I might put Serenity or lavender in there, just sort of chill everybody out and get ready for bed. So just kind of being in the habit of putting the diffuser on is great. And it's just really easy to do. Then let's move on to topical use. Again, it's just your On Guard. My favorite way to use oils topically is with a roller ball. So this is one I made myself. So if you just want to kind of minimize what you're purchasing, you could get this plus some coconut oil and an empty roller ball. This all comes from doTERRA. You put about 15 or 20 drops in here. It depends on the age of the user. And I can give you a dilution chart to help you with that. But about 15 to 20, I think works great. I like finding the minimum amount of oil needed to get the desired effect. You might see things on Pinterest or other places that call for 80 drops or something. I think that's just crazy. I don't think you need that at all. And we also don't want to overpower the body. So, in our house, we do about 15 to 20 drops. You can always add a little more if you need to. But so it's 15, 20 drops of this. Add your coconut oil. Pop the top back on. It literally takes like a minute to make these. So if you're like, oh, I'm not a DIY person, this is not even DIY. This is just like boop, 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 done. So fast, so easy. And then I just throw a label on there, or you can use like a silver Sharpie marker or just a piece of masking tape. They also come pre-made. They kind of, look like this. So you just don't even want to do anything. You just buy the pre-made one. So On Guard comes like this, or you make your own. And then what you do is you just take it. This is where I like to put it. Basically, you just don't want it, in your ears, in your nose, in your eyes kind of a thing. So I like to put it on my chest, back of my neck, on my wrists. Bottom of the feet is great, and the spine is great. On the kids, like if you have little kids, you want to make sure you're not putting it on somewhere that they touch and then rub into their eyes because that will hurt. So I like the spine. It's very hard for them to reach all the way back there, or put it on the bottoms of their feet and then put some socks on is a great way to do it. And in the kids line, we have the Stronger blend. This is the On Guard for kids. They both work great. here's the difference. These have kind of a lighter, fresher smell to them. Sometimes these can have like a strong scent and kids might not like it. So these all have this like very fresh scent to them. And so this is designed for ages 3 and above. And it just smells great. I have started using these myself because they just smell so good. So this is a great option for kids. And, you know, when your child is old enough to like take this and not like eat it or something, they can just learn to apply it themselves. So I put these in the kids' bedroom and they just do it themselves as part of their bedtime routine. And fill up the diffuser as part of the bedtime routine. It's like brushing their teeth. It's just something they do real quick and don't even think about it. So it's not like one more thing to deal with in your house. So this, if you have it now, it came in a kit, but starting, I believe, on the 1st of November, this is going to be available by itself. The whole kit is awesome. I totally recommend it. You can get other oils like Calmer to help them chill out, and Braver, and there's one for pain. So definitely check it out. They're well worth it, and they will last a really long time. But you can just buy this in. So if you have kids, I would get Stronger, I would get On Guard, and I would get hand soap for sure. Now, what do you need to have on hand if somebody does actually get sick? These still work great. You can do the same thing, and this will help your immune system to deal with whatever's going on. It also literally kills viruses and bacteria. So this is just awesomeness. I also just really recommend having 2 other things on hand. One of them is Breathe. This is for all things respiratory. So if someone's coughing or congested, it'll just help open everything up, and it works just really well. Or if you have other, you know, respiratory related breathing issues, even if not sick, this also works great. Try it in the diffuser. You can also dilute it and put it on topically. The last one I think is really good to have on hand for sure is Digest Zen. And that's our blend that's a tummy tamer. So if someone gets a stomach bug, it's great. You just rub it on topically. I actually didn't think it would work so good because it has, you know, stuff to get through when you apply it on topically, but it really, really, really works. Sometimes when people use it, it causes a very large bowel movement, which is a good thing because there's something in there that's bothering you. It's got to come out. So this gets it to move along and come out. So if that happens, just know that these work with your body. So your body is trying to get rid of the pathogen or whatever it's fighting. So that's really good. Here's a little hack though with Digestin. You can use Digestin to get rid of gunk and funk and phlegm and mucus. So you can apply it, you know, if you're stuffed up here, if you've got junk going on here. Lime works for that purpose as well. But if you're trying to just sort of minimize, you know, your purchases for this time of year, Digestin also works for that. So you can have it for cutting through the phlegm. You can also have it for stomach issues. That one is another one that's just so versatile. Lastly, I just really want to mention cleaning. So a lot of the conventionally available cleaning products are chock full of chemicals, and that's bad for our bodies. So our bodies, if you're overloaded with chemicals, like when you put stuff in the air, like Febreze or candles, like we breathe all that stuff in and your body has to try to get it out. If we're overloaded with chemicals, your body, it does not have as much energy to run its immune system. And it also can cause various illnesses. So we really want to minimize the junk coming in. So also when you're cleaning, you know, you wipe down your countertop and then people are eating off of it and touching it and all of that gets in too. So I just really recommend using a natural cleaner. We have an On Guard cleaning concentrate, or you can just take this bottle that you already bought and easily make up a cleaning spray. Again, I'm not a DIY person. This was beyond simple. So don't be afraid if you feel like, oh, I can't make stuff. Literally, this is half a cup of water, half a cup of white vinegar, and 20 drops of On Guard. And I just got this this glass bottle, which is important, off Amazon. That's all you need. And I use this in the kitchen, in the bathroom, to wipe down door handles, light switches, all the things. And it just feels good to know that I can be spraying this around and the kids can do whatever they want. I mean, when they were younger and I was worried about them licking stuff, it's fine. It's going to be okay. You're avoiding chemicals. So those are my best recommendations. Obviously, we can get into more advanced strategies if you feel like you need to work on more things, but I think that's just sort of a basic approach that will really take you far this fall and this winter. And it's just so well worth having on hand. A lot of people contact me and they said, I'm so sick, I'm finally ready to learn about the oils, which we can still do. But I would love for you to learn about them now so that when something comes up, you're just ready to go. And you can just say, all right, which of my oils should I pull out? And I'll give you some guidance. So I hope that that helps. If you do have questions, definitely let me know, but just keep in mind, I can help you make sure that this is not overwhelming. I'll even help you write down like a daily sheet with reminders of, ideas, things to do, but it's mostly just getting into the habit of it. Like you can keep a roller ball maybe by your toothbrush, and that will remind you every time you brush your teeth, roll on some oil. With your cleaning products, wherever you keep them, just keep this instead. And it'll just become second nature. You won't even think about it anymore. So I hope that helps, and get yourself some On Guard. It's worth it.